Let's understand when to use useReducer hook in React. So first let's understand what this code does. Inside our component we have two states, the count and steps. We have a function that adds the two states together, a decrement to subtract, and a reset function. We have an input here passing the steps as its value, and the onChange is our input. So it will look like this, although it works fine. You notice I'm tracking both count and step with separate useState hooks. If I want to add more logic later, this becomes hard to manage. That's when useReducer becomes great alternative for useState. So what's useReducer? useReducer is like useState, but instead of having multiple state variables, it lets you put all your logic in one place, called a reducer function. It's perfect for when you have multiple related states or complex updates. So let's clean our component. We import useReducer, and we declare it. The state is the current state object. Dispatch is a function that sends action to the reducer function, and the two arguments is the reducer and initial value. The reducer is a function that determines how state changes based on the action type. So let's create reducer function at the top. The reducer function takes two things, the current state and an action. Based on the action's type, it returns a new state. Think of it like a mini control center for your component. We have switch case here that determines what to return depending on what the dispatch send to our reducer. And let's create our initial value passing to our useReducer hook. In our return, we display the value count, and in our input we pass the state.step as the value. We use dispatch on the onChange triggering the set step type or status. And our buttons also uses dispatch that triggers the type of each.